Now let us solve example 2.5. A. Determine the electrostatic potential energy of a system consisting of two charges, that is 7 microcoulomb and minus 2 microcoulomb, and with no external field, placed at minus 900 centimeter and plus 900 centimeter respectively. Then B. How much work is required to separate the two charges infinitely away from each other? And C. Suppose that the same system of charges is placed in an external electric field where E is equal to A 1 upon R square is the equation, and A is 9 into 10 raised to 5 coulomb meter inverse square. Then what would the electrostatic energy of this configuration will be? First, let us solve A. Here two charges are there. Here is the figure. You can see this is plus 7 microcoulomb and this one is minus 2 microcoulomb. Here is the origin 000 and this is the place of 7 microcoulomb, that is minus 9 0 and 0, and the place of minus 2 microcoulomb is plus 9 0 and 0. Here all the distance are in centimeter. So this is the condition. Now it is quite clear from this figure that the distance between these two charges is 18 centimeter. Now we can use the equation of potential energy for two charges. Let me write that. We know that U is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R12 is the equation for such case. So I'll put the values. K is 9 into 10 raised to 9 and the charge Q1 is 7 microcoulomb. So 7 into 10 raised to minus 6, and then another charge is minus 2 microcoulomb. So minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6, and the distance is 18 centimeters. So 18 into 10 raised to minus 2. Solving this, obviously we will get a negative answer, and that is equal to minus 0.7 joule. So this is the potential energy of this system right now in the first condition. This is our first answer. Now in the second question we need to find out the work required to separate these two charges up to infinite. Now it will be exactly equal to the negative value of the potential energy. So let me write that. Here this is B. The work required here will be equal to the negative of the potential energy, and so it will be plus 0.7 joule. This is as per the definition of the potential energy, because as per the definition of potential energy, it is the work done on any charge while bringing it from infinite to that particular point. So that is minus 0.7 joule. But now we have to do work for separating this charge. So we have to do a negative work than the previous one. So we can say here the work will be negative of the potential energy, and that's why it is 0.7 plus 0.7. So this is our second answer. Now in the third question, it is asked that if this much electric field is present, E is equal to A1 upon R square is present, then what will be the electrostatic potential energy of this configuration? So let us solve that. Here I will shift this first, and Now we can start for C. In this case, the potential energy between these two charges, that is minus zero point 0.7 joule, will not change. But now these charges are kept in electric field. So there will be some potential due to that electric field at the point where these charges are placed. And due to that potential, there will be potential energy of both the charges. So that we have to add. But before that, we have to understand one thing. See, here the electric field is said to be like A upon R square. So obviously, we can say that potential will be A upon R. This is because we know that electric field, let us say electric field of a point like charge is kq upon r square. So the potential of that point like charge becomes kq upon r. So here also, if this electric field is A upon r square, then the potential will be A upon r only. So using that stuff, I can now add the potential energy due to the external field, and that will be, let me write here, let us say if I name for first charge, that is q1, if I name the potential energy as u1, then u1 can be written as q1 vr1, which is equal to q1, and for v we can write a upon r, so I'll put here a upon r1. Now let us put the value of q1. q1 is 7 microcoulomb, and so I can write 7 into 10 raised to minus 6. Then the value of A is already given, 9 into 10 raised to plus 5, and then 1 upon r1. r1 is the distance from the origin of charge q1, and that was 9 centimeter. So it is 9 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Solving this, we will get 70 joule. Then for second charge, that is q2, we can write the same type of equation. Here u2 is equal to q2 vr2. Again q2 can be multiplied by vr2, that is a upon r2. So we can put the value of q2 now. q2 is minus 2 microcoulomb, so it is minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6, and then A is 9 into 10 raised to 5, and r2 is the distance of charge q2, that is also 9 centimeters. So here also we will write 9 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Solving this, we will get minus 20 joule. So here is u2. Now the total potential energy will be, let me write, total potential energy that is u total will be equal to u, here u is the previous potential energy which we already sought out, and then plus u1 plus u2. Mind well, u is the potential energy due to two charges. It is the mutual potential energy between two charges, which we already sought out, and the value was minus 0.7 joule. Then u1 is 70 and u2 is minus 20. So solving all of this, we will get 49.3 joule. So this is the total potential energy of the whole system in electric field. Now, example 2.6. A molecule of a substance has a permanent electric dipole moment of magnitude 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter. See, if we discuss about, let us say, HCl molecule, then HCl molecule itself is a dipole. It's a permanent dipole. H is H plus and Cl is Cl minus. That's why it behaves as a dipole. A mole of this substance is polarized at low temperature by applying a strong electrostatic field of magnitude 10 voltmeter. See, if we apply external electric field, then all these dipoles will try to align in the direction of electric field, because we know that whenever a dipole is kept in external electric field, it feels torque and it will try to align at theta is equal to 0 degree. So, if we apply external electric field to these molecules, then all of this molecule will try to align itself in that direction. This is known as polarization. So, here it is said, I am repeating, a mole of this substance, that means 1 mole such type of molecules are polarized by applying a strong electrostatic field of magnitude 10 voltmeter. The direction of field is suddenly changed by an angle 60 degree. Now the electric field is changed to 60 degree. Estimate the heat released by the substance in aligning its dipole along the new direction of field. For simplicity, assume that 100% polarization is there of this sample. So, after all the dipoles are aligned, suddenly the electric field is changed by 60 degree, and we have to estimate what will be the heat released by the substance in aligning these dipoles in the new direction. Here, the dipole moment of one molecule is 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter. Now, we have to take such type of 1 mole molecules. So, number of molecules in 1 mole is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23, and that's why the total dipole moment of 1 mole substance will be 6.02 into 10 raised to 23, and 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter is the dipole moment of one dipole. So, the total dipole moment of this 1 mole substance will become 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb meter. Now, we will calculate potential energy of this 1 mole substance in the initial condition when it is totally polarized. That means all the dipoles are aligned in the direction of electric field. So, the angle between dipole moment and the electric field will be obviously 0. So, let me put the initial potential energy of the substance after it is 100% polarized will be, let us say, u1, then u1 can be written as minus Pe cos theta. This is the general equation of potential energy of a dipole in electric field. Here, P, that is the dipole moment, is 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 6, and electric field E is given 10 raised to plus 6 volt per meter, and here cos theta will be cos 0, because in initial condition the substance is totally polarized, that's why the angle theta is 0. So this gives us u1 is equal to simply minus 6 joule. It is basically 6.02 joule, but I am writing nearly minus 6 joule. Now, The final potential energy of the substance after changing the direction of electric field by 60 degree will be, let us say, u2, then again the same equation minus pe cos theta, but the difference is in the angle theta. First, let me write the dipole moment P, that is minus 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 6 multiplied by 10 raised to 6, and this cos theta will become cos 60. Angle is 60. So, now we can write this as nearly equal to minus 3 joule, because this cos 60 will be 1 by 2, and so the answer will be minus 3 joule. So the final potential energy is minus 3 joule. Now here all the dipoles in the substance would be feeling a torque because the angle is 60 degree, that's why they will be feeling a torque and will try to align themselves in the new direction of electric field. Means all the dipole will try to align themselves in the direction of electric field, which is now shifted to 60 degree, and that's why it will come back after some time to a potential energy of minus 6 joule, because when the electric field and the dipole moment are aligned in the same direction, the potential energy is becoming minus 6 joule. So we can say that when all the dipole will be aligned again in the direction of the electric field, then the potential energy will become minus 6 joule from minus 3 joule. Here it is minus 3 joule, and then finally it will become minus 6 joule. So we can note down now the change of potential energy. Here the change of potential energy when the dipole will be aligned in the new direction again can be written as delta U is equal to minus 6 minus minus 3. See, in this condition now, the final potential energy will be minus 6 joule after some time, and here right now the potential energy is minus 3 joule. That's why I written minus 6 minus minus 3 joule, and so this gives us an answer of minus 3 joule. Now this minus suggests that in this situation the potential energy is decreasing. Which situation? That the electric field has been changed and now the dipoles are moving in this new direction and aligning them in this new direction. So in this situation the total potential energy is decreasing. Now if the potential energy is decreasing, then that same amount of energy would be released in form of heat energy. So we can say that the heat energy released will be just same as the decrease of potential energy, that means 3 joule. So let me write it down. Here loss of potential energy is 3 joule, which will be released in form of heat. Whenever potential energy decreases, some sort of energy will be released, and that energy is mostly in form of heat. Thus, heat released during aligning the dipoles again is H is equal to 3 joule. So, this is our final answer, 3 joule.